Hello, recording. Right, so episode 13's got a new character, Selena Vex, who's the evil scientist lady
Ah,
on the ruin side. So she's kind of Marcus Grenson's sidekick, evil scientist, the one who I'm talking about. This is how we introduce her. Exterior jungle, daytime. Felissa leans towards a dollop of purple goo on a leaf. It's like purple slime. She touches it and scowls in disgust and shakes her hand clean. Ew, what is this freaky goo? Rixo and Aluma investigate as Felissa keeps shaking her hand. Rixo uses his data pad to scan the goo, and it bleeps negatively and flashes red. Aluma's ears perk up at the sound. Help! From far away, the trio rush through the jungle urgently towards the cries. Exterior, burnt, withered jungle clearing, daytime, but dark and gloomy. The trio find a large glass vat of purple goo with wires connected to charred and withered trees. Inside, two ruined troopers float. In front cowers Selena Vex, with three troopers leveling their guns at her. Help! Help! Jungle Squad leap protectively between Selena and the troopers. Aluma does a flourish of his staff, glowing with green energy, to fend the troopers off. Don't worry, miss. We'll protect you. Squad, unite! Squad Unite sequence featuring Aluma, Felissa, and Rixo. The trio strike poses, but Selena steps closer to Aluma. My, what a pretty staff. Selena's expression changes from distress and fear to an evil smirk as she delivers the line. She pulls out a test tube of goo from her lab coat and smashes it down at Aluma's feet, sticking them in place. Aluma struggles to be free, and Felissa and Rixo try to help. Selena steps up alongside her troopers and arrogantly spins her test tube like a cowboy's pistol. It's a trap! Who are you? Insert Selena Vex card scene. Should we get a card coming in? Ha ha! Selena Vex, sweetie, head of ruined bioweaponry. Boys, bring me that staff. Whip pan of the card out of the card scene. She points off screen. So similar to Marcus Grenson's card scene from episode 2. The ruined troopers advance on the jungle squad, and Selena smirks. The trio prepare to face them, with Aluma still stuck in place. As he speaks, Stormroot the staff pulses with energy at its name. Aluma's line, I'll never let you take Stormroot. Selena throws the test tube, but Aluma grabs the nearest trooper and uses him like a shield to take the goo, and then tosses him into two more troopers. The trooper sticks to them horizontally, and all three stumble around. You sludge-brained idiots! Get me that weapon! The trio fend off the troopers, and Aluma is stuck in place, but uses the reach of his staff to knock troopers 1 and 2 aside. Felissa kicks trooper 3 aside, and Rixo swats number 4 down, but they're clearly getting hemmed in. Selena cackles, like she senses victory is near, and Aluma clutches his staff close, and it starts to glow green. The green energy flows down to his feet, and the purple goo slinks away. He's free, and he starts to smile. Aluma, you want Stormroot's power? Well, here it is. With a burst of strength, he steps free of the goo, earning a gasp from Selena. Aluna spins his staff and slams it down on the ground, knocking all the troopers aside and sending a bolt of energy at the purple goo vat. It hits the glass, cracking it, and Selena and the troopers turn. And the troopers gasp and Selena scowls. For the love of... Boom! The glass shatters, and Selena and the troopers are covered in a blast of goo. The jungle squad flee the clearing, dodging flying blobs of goo as they go. Rixo laughs triumphantly. Back in the clearing, Selena sits up to her shoulders in goo, struggling to get free, and the troopers are stuck at odd angles beside her, all sticking out at funny angles. Just you wait, kitty cat. That staff's power will be mine. End. Um, yeah. So I think the bit to look at here is Selena Vex's artwork. So
yeah.
this is her these when
Attitude.
she's holding the test tubes in her hand, that's what we mean. So there's a prop there that we'll need to build as well, but that's essentially her sort of handheld before she throws the blobs. But where we're talking about that sort of vat of um, purple goo, that's a bigger vat. And I think there's a good example on the interior which we can use out of the library. So in the model, interior model, sort of this one,
Oh,
you know the one I mean here,
yeah.
that doesn't have any troopers in it. I think we probably want to lift that and have that in the forest. But the wires that connect it, so the wires that are plugging it into something, are like plugged into the base of the tree.
Hmm.
As we develop the story, this purple goo is going to become it's sort of the yin to the yang of the Jungle Squad's green spirit magic, right? So their green spirit magic's like the good version of it,
Okay.
but there's a dark, twisted version of it where Selena Vex has sort of engineered it to make this purple goo. And that's what they use they basically get it by draining the energy out of the trees. So it's akin to oil, right? So if you think of the Jungle Squad story,
Yeah.
the green energy is like, good, no fossil
Hmm.
fuel, literally green energy, renewable energy, and the purple goo is like oily, detrimental, bad.
Right.
So that's the
Hmm.
very sort of basic analogy that's
Hmm.
in that. So in that scene, she's set one of these things up and is mining or like pulling the energy out of the tree to create that purple goo. So the tree that is plugged into needs to be all withered and dead and maybe even visually like shrinking or like falling down. And we need to be able to see quite clearly that they're sort of sucking the life out of the forest to create this purple goo, which is what they then use to create the troopers and create all of their sort of bioweapons.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
So will it have that display kind of a thing, or it's just the
I
shape,
think
the main cylinder and the structure?
I think the way you've modeled this. So
Ah, okay.
this like this is built already, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. This one. Yeah.
I would just lift that out. We
Yeah.
might need to whoops, might need to rework the tops, this bit,
Huh.
because at the moment they sort of plug into the ceiling. But I was thinking that this
It can be flexible wire tubes.
exactly, they can be like tubes that
Pipes.
go
Yeah,
into the,
pipes.
go around the back and go into the tree, like if that's the tree
Ah,
that's,
right,
Hmm.
right. Okay.
and then you're not, you've not got another prop modeling job. But this bit here where you've got this little control panel on the front,
Hmm.
that might be useful to have a little bit of a like, some of the dials if we can just show them going up or something. So you get that real obvious, like
Yeah,
the tree's dying and the goo's filling up or the things are flickering. So you get that real obvious sense of like power transfer from the
right.
natural healthy energy into the dirty, evil or purple goo.
Okay.
So this is like a lab in the open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's like
The jungle.
it's the burnt jungle, burnt version of the jungle. So we've got a bit of space and there's a bit of environmental room around them, but like similar to the snow scene we were just talking about before.
Hmm.
That's that scene we've got built that Fortress Ruin sits in. If we imagine it in that scene, I think that's it's the kind of the bad, burnt, dark jungle.
Okay.
But
But these
sorry.
sorry, sorry, the equipments are in the open right now. There is no fortress, ruined fortress
No.
It's
beside them.
out in the open, yeah, out in the open.
Okay.
So maybe this needs some kind of wheels on it or something.
Hmm.
Oops.
Hmm.
Um, Perhaps it's got like a little like sled underneath that's got caterpillar tracks on it or something. Like if we do a little,
Ah, okay, okay.
It could also just arrive and be there.
yeah,
You need to know why or how it got there. The least amount of work you can do on the image, maybe the better.
yeah.
Hmm.
Put your time into.
And I think Swana, we have a look at our scope of works, and I think we've got you know, a prop or two. How many props have we got per ep, Giovanna?
It was 5 props per ep.
So we got a bit of budget for props. So yeah,
But
that might be a prop, you know, that base of that, or
James, we are not showing them pushing this device anywhere, right? I mean, it's already there.
no.
No.
It's
So then
just
we don't need
there.
the tracks. We don't need the tracks.
Just a logical
Don't-
explanation of how it got there.
How it got
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and it can be, like Giovanna said, it can just be there, right?
Yeah.
It's
And
not
the
not a feature
structure
film.
the structure will have some dead trees around and some almost dying trees behind where it's plugged.
I think if you've got one tree behind that we
One
can
plug.
like plug in, and even if it's even if it's a mesh warp thing, you know, where we just show it sort of collapsing a little bit and withering, however you guys want to do that, that's what would be ideal, right? So there's a really obvious 5 second, I get it, right? They're plugging they're making their purple goo by sapping the energy out of the tree. That would be great to show that.
Yeah, okay.
Can I make a point about this episode? And just to make sure, again, that we're using the rule of thirds as well. So all eye lines are coming in where they should, and less camera pointing up,
Yeah.
more up and straight, you know? I think that's really going to be important. I'm going to be watching for that this time.
No, but when somebody's running and action is happening, then we can go a little low. But when the dialogue is happening,
Yeah.
Yeah, a face to
because
face
it
eye
should not
line.
get distorted and look like
It'll
this.
be OTS, like a level. OTS
Yeah.
point eye level.
Yeah. Eye level.
Shoulder eye level.
Yeah.
Shoulder level also.
And forgot the name of the new character. What's her name?
Selena
Yeah.
Vex.
You have any acting reference for her? I mean, how she would act? You know?
Yes. So visually, again on the board, there's some good sort of pose references.
Yeah.
And I've got some stuff here of like her
Oh,
physical posing. So you can see sort of very grandiose, classic sort of evil baddie stuff.
Evil
But
and sassy.
also a sort of feminine femme fatale. I really like this one.
Yeah.
I would imagine I don't know, tell me, she flicks her hair a lot and
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
thanks, use that. You can use that for free.
And she's got a very sort of posh English accent. So she's like a sort of, you know, a Hollywood baddie English
Right.
femme fatale, like sort
It's quite
of sticking her
film
nose in the air. Yeah.
noir, isn't
Like
it?
Cruella.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great pose. This one where she sort of no, she thinks a lot of herself. She's sort of quite snooty. And I like that one. And I also like this one down here which is, you know, very like
Yeah. Nice.
I'm thinking a lot about all these terrible things I'm going to do to you. A bit like that, you know.
Sassy.
Classy.
Even sassy.
yes,
Evil
classy and sassy.
You know, she
Yeah.
drinks cocktails at a bar.
She drinks cocktails made from kitten's blood.
So actually, I think it'll be helpful if you draw her attitudes in the storyboard.
Yeah.
It'll be a proper guide for the animators.
And I tell you what, a good reference would be. Do you know Team Rocket in Pokemon?
Yeah.
The female character from Team Rocket in Pokemon, she's got that energy.
She has, hasn't she? Yeah, that's correct.
And I think there'll be some nice, you know, that sort of anime pose to pose bits that we're talking about where you know, they pull a strike a pose, then it's into the next pose.
Yeah.
A lot of that monologue-y stuff in the script where she's like, you know, it's me, I'm the bad girl, and now you're gonna die, and I want your, you know, there's all of that can be quite postury. Do you know what I mean? Like big postures and, you know, really sort of like introduce her as this sort of big sort of cartoony, exaggerated sort of evil baddie.
Mm.
So, again,
And
have a think, Akshay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not able to think of a proper character. Like I've got a character exactly in mind. She's basically she has style. Uh, like whatever she says or she does, she'll be like with that kind of a tone. If she can speak, that I mean that kind of an attitude she has got.
Once you
yeah,
hear
So
the record as well, actually, when you hear the voice record, you'll
yeah,
instantly know what kind of character she is.
Yeah.
Because Julianne, who does the character, she's got quite a high-pitched voice, right? And she speaks
hmm,
very well for an English person
Hmm.
in that sense. And she's comes across as quite confident in that voice read.
yeah. Yeah, I think these are good examples, right? These sort of,
Yeah.
you can imagine her sort of really sort of emphasizing key words by striking different poses. Do you know what I mean? And like, da, 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 ba, 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 da, ba. You know,
And some dialogues she can come to the camera and talk like that. I
hmm,
mean,
yeah, or like those ones where it's like, you know,
yeah.
got it.
yeah, that
Okay.
board of stuff. I think I really like that one.
Hmm.
No, that's got the sort of the right sort of sassy,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and that one for the sort of more grander.
But straight on,
Hmm.
not up the nose.
Yeah, not up the nose.
I think you've got the voice records. You should have. I sent them to Zafar this week, so he's
Hmm.
got and
Okay.
the radio plays for this episode, or these two episodes.
Yeah.
Listen, have a watch, have a read through again of the script, and again, any questions, you just let us know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
All
these
right.
ones are simple compared to episode 11, so no problem.
There's a lot of effects and many characters in this though.
Yeah, true.
I think I hadn't done a head count of how many troopers there are, and I think that might be something to do at the start as well, actually, to sort of work out how many troopers are in there. In my head, it was like 4, and then as I was reading
4.
it through, then it felt like there may be 5, there may be 6, because there's 3 get stuck together at the start, and then there's still another 4 after that. So there might be, and really for Jungle
Seven.
Squad to feel like penned in by a few, we might need, a few. And I
Just
think,
remember that character is the same character multiplied.
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same one, but when we were writing it across the whole 20 episodes, we were sort of trying to just like incrementally build the troopers
Hmm.
up in volume. Yeah, when we get
Okay.
to the final episode, there's like an army of them, right? And we're gonna have to
Right.
be clever about how we do that. But at the start, they easily, Aluma and Rixo easily beat up 3 of them with no weapons and no armor, and just
Hmm.
as they come, right? Before they've done any training or anything. So I think the threat needs to grow, and as we go through each episode, we try to grow them a little bit and make them a little bit more scary, so they, the sense of sort of danger builds with the show as we go through the episodes. So I think they might need 7 or 8 of them in
Hmm.
here, depending on how it pans out.
Are they clones?
Yeah, they're all clones. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same. And she makes so that's
Perfect.
she makes the clones in
Ah.
that interior build we've got of the fortress ruin, just over here, isn't it?
Hmm.
And we see
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In that. Yeah.
them growing in there. That's
Right.
essentially why she's mining all of that goo to use it to create the clone army. And the clone armies are where these guys are all come from, right? So that's how she makes them.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. It's easy to multiply them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wish I could do the same. Just copy the same pose.
Feeling that this week as well, actually.
Just copy the model.
Sorry?
I'm feeling the same this week. Okay, great. Any questions?
Yeah,
just-
we'll post on Discord. Yeah,
Oh, looking forward to seeing them.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.